Welcome to my channel. My name is Dennis and you're on the Redneck Hillbilly channel. And I hope you enjoy the video. What I'm doing today is, I've done before. I've done it once before, a long time ago, about 8-9 months ago. It's a Indian chicken curry. I'm not sure what part of India it's from. I'll let you know later on in the video. I'm doing it with a difference this time. I'm going to do it with my new camera. I've just bought a Sony RX10 Mark IV camera, and it's got a 24 to 600mm lens. It's unbelievable. Absolutely. I don't have to change lenses. I don't have to add any accessories. The only thing I have had to add is a monitor, because it's only got a flip screen. It hasn't got a swivel screen. So I've got a couple of the Sony A7 II and the Sony A7 III, which I have. They don't have a swivel screen either. They have a flip screen. I think Sony's got to wake up, Sony, and start putting swivel screens on their cameras, because they're excellent cameras, and I wouldn't do without either one of them. But this camera is for me to carry around when I take Beryl to the shops, or we go out to a park or something. So it's more convenient for me without having to carry a load of accessories. So just bear with me, and I shall endeavour to start and show you in stages how I prepare the chicken, and we'll get it on, because it's got to stay on a fair bit, and it's got a lot of spices and herbs in it. And the only thing I don't really put in a lot of is chilli, because my wife can't take chilli with her condition at the moment, you know. And me and my son don't mind a little bit of heat, but we don't like it when we can't taste the rest of the food or the chilli. That's all you can taste. It's not, to me, you might as well just eat a chilli if you can't taste the chicken. But that's only my opinion. You guys might look at it a bit different way. Okay, well, I'll say ta-ra for now, and we'll... Okay folks, back again. This is my chicken. It's a 2-pack chicken. 2 chickens there. A double twin pack. 15 bucks, $7.50 each. And Steckles chicken, if anybody who's interested. They haven't got, I can't see a weight on it, but my eyes are not the best. But usually Steggles chickens are pretty damn good. Oh, that weight 1.9 kilos. So just under 2 kilos, which isn't bad. What I'm going to do with these, I'll separate them, then I'll cut each one into quarters. So I have to buy 2, because the thing is, with this household, we all like the breast, because you do the breast on the bone, and we all get a breast each, and there's usually one over, and we usually have, that's all we have is a breast each. So we usually have two quarters per chicken left over. We get 2 breasts, and 2 breasts, that's 4 breasts. So we need 3 breasts, and then we have 4 quarters, and we'll put all them together, and we'll save that for a rainy day. So I only have to cook once for 2 meals. Now, what I'm going to be using too is my trusty Japanese knife. I don't use this very much. It's very sharp. It's a very good knife. I hope you can see that. Very, very sharp. So I'm going to be using that along with my trusty chicken shears. So that's them. So once I get started, I'll show you. I'll part way cut these up, and I'll show you how I do the last half of chicken, if I remember. Okay, I'll catch you in a bit. Okay, folks, here we go. I'm going to try and endeavour to show you how I prepare this chicken, if I can keep my arms out of the way. First of all, we've got to take this backbone out. I've cut the chicken in half. Right, I'll pick the bones out of that for the dog. Now we turn it over. I cut it off at here. I cut it off there at the wing. We don't need that bit. That's the dog's treat. That's his bit. So he can have that after. Now all as I do now is cut through there, and that gives me a whole breast and a leg, and and the parson's nose. That's the dog's too. But if my granddad was still alive, he'd fight you for that. That was his favourite part of a chicken. But he was a miner. So now what we've got to do here, we've got to skin the chicken. I generally use an old dishcloth to pull the skin off. And then we just trim it up a bit. And there's a beautiful chicken breast. Now we do the same with this thigh and leg. I hope you can see what I'm doing. You don't need to see me do the rest of them. We trim that up. Put some meat on there for your little doggy. And they're only small bits. It's not a big chicken. We don't want a big chicken. We want, you're having rice with it. We're not doing fried rice. We're just using boiled rice. I'm doing a saffron rice. So yellow rice. So that's that. So all this will be disinfected down. Now this is what we got. And I've got 3 more halves to do. So when I wash my hands, I don't want to get that on the camera. I'll be back and I'll show you then what spices I use. And this is mainly, unlike the Calcutta beef curry, this is mainly an onion based dish. So about a kilo of onions in. So I'll bring you back in a bit. Okay folks, chicken's all done. All I got to do now is keep that cool till I start cooking. And I got all those pieces, which is pretty damn good. Then I've got to disinfect everywhere around here before I start again. But in the meantime, I'm going to clean up here, and then I'm going to have some lunch, and then we'll get back to it, and we'll see. Look, look at that. How good's that? All that meat out of 2 chickens for 15 bucks. 2 meals. If it's 2 people, you'd probably get 4 meals out of that. So, you know, we'll just have one of the chicken breasts each, and then the rest of it we can put away, because quite often it'll fall into, it gets very tender. It's on to 2 or 3 hours, you know, and we'll catch you after lunch. See you in a bit. Okay folks, back again. Now, I've chopped 750 grams of onions. The actual recipe says, I think it's 675 or 1.5 pounds of onions. Well, I went to 750, and I took some out because I make an onion and tomato paste, so a bit of a salad to eat with the pompadums, and I've done 2 of them, so there's about 700 grams of onion in the bowl. Now we have to put 1.5 cups. Well, I don't measure that out. I tend to cut down on the ghee. I put a bit in. 1, 2, 3, 4 good tablespoons of ghee. That's the one I use. I think I got that from, I'm not sure, I think I got that from Costco, somewhere like that. Anyhow, we'll turn this on now. We've got to fry the onions till they're very, very golden brown. The darker you have them, the darker the sauce, apparently, so I believe. Right, turn it on. Wrong one. I turned the wrong one on. Sorry guys. Now we're cooking with gas. Now we're cooking with electricity. Right, now we'll turn it on. We're on high. I'm using my 14-in-1 cooker. And then while that's cooking, we could take 10 or 15 minutes. So I'll bring you back then, because you don't want to sit through that because it's boring. So I'll catch you in a bit. Okay, I'm going to try and take a video of the recipe for you, because I do a little bit different than the recipe. So bear with me. I put some things in that they don't have in there that I like fenugreek. I put in, and just hoping that
can read it. I do the Imperial. Thing, but you feel free to do the American if you want. Try and get it all in. There we go. Should be able to read that. Stop it from wandering. See, it's wandering. See, it's wandering down, and I don't know what to do. There we go. We can always. There we go. I'll leave that on there for a second. Excuse the book, but it's been used for many years, since the very early 70s. So it's had plenty of curry spill on it. And that tells you just how to cut the chicken up, that's all. And that there tells you how to make it. So that'll do. Hope that's any good to you. Okay, this is just about done now. That's the sort of colour you want, and a little bit of char on them. They've gone a bit really brown. I'm going to turn this down now for a bit. It's on number 5. I'm going to put it on number 2. I don't want that to go any more darker. So now we've got to start. Uh-oh, should have got my spoon out before. Now what we're going to do? Oh well, we'll have to use this one. Sorry about this, folks, but that's the breaks. It is a live show now. They asked for fresh ginger and garlic. Well, I ain't got no fresh ginger, so I'm going to use a jar of ginger, and it says 100 grams. Well, I like ginger, but I don't like it too strong, so I'm going to put half a tablespoonful of that in there. And it says 1 whole head of garlic, so I'm going to put 1.5 tablespoonfuls of garlic, and that's that done. Now we start with the spices. And now they don't put coriander in, but I like a tablespoonful of coriander. So I mess with recipes, I do. I change them to suit me, but it does say put ground cumin in, or cumin, or cumin, or however you pronounce it. I don't know. How much? 3 teaspoons of cumin powder. Well, I'll put a heaped tablespoonful of cumin powder. And don't forget, I'm putting a bit more in too, because I'm doing 2 chickens, and I'm doubling up on some and not doubling up on others. Now with turmeric, says 2 teaspoons. Well, I'm going to put a heaped tablespoon. Right, keep them on one side and over. I'll give it a bit of a stir, because there's a fair bit of stuff to go in. Right, now, garam masala. Now, I buy this, I used to make my own, and I'll do the same with that, a heaped tablespoon of that. I used to make my own, but it takes a lot of time. It's easy to buy it, and I've not had a problem with buying it, you know. Now, it doesn't say anything about paprika, but I like paprika in mine, for the colour mainly, not for the taste. I'll put the rest of that in there. Just over a tablespoon. I've got another jar of that somewhere. I buy it in bulk and I jar it up myself, because I do use a fair bit. Now that will give you a little bit of a reddish tinge, which I like in my curries, especially in my beef curries. Now, they don't put mace in, but I do. Now I'll just put like a teaspoon of mace in. Now, because I didn't put fresh ginger in, I'm putting powdered ginger, just under a tablespoon. So that's got rid of that one. Now, these are cardamom seeds. I'll put half a tablespoonful of these in. It says cardamom pods, but I like to put the seeds in too. So now I've got 2 kinds of mustard seeds. I do a teaspoon of mustard, black mustard. And just about a teaspoon and a half of white mustard seeds. About that, about half of one of them. Now, it doesn't have fenugreek in. I'll put virtually a level teaspoon of not a teaspoon, tablespoon. Now, last but not least, with the powders, I'll put about a teaspoon of mustard, Keen's mustard. That gives us a little bit of heat, but not much. Now, I've got to measure cloves, cardamom pods, and bay leaves. Now, I've got some tomato paste here, so it doesn't tell you to put tomato paste in, but I'm putting it in because I like that in, but mainly for colour. You don't really taste the tomato paste; it just gives you a nice colour. Right. Now we'll just cook that off while I get the rest of it done, and I'll bring you back in a minute. Okay? I'll see you in a bit. Okay folks, just a little bit more to go in. I put 15, it says 10 of them in, but because I'm doing 2 chickens, I put 15 in. I didn't double that. And the same with the cloves. I put 15 of them in. Now, this is tamarind paste. a good tablespoonful of that. Oh, well, there's only a bit left, so put that in. That'll do. Now put them cardamoms and cloves in this little thing. There, I don't know whether you can see them. They're in there, and you don't want to be eating one of them. I'll put them in when there's a bit more liquid in. We've got to put 2.5 cups of water in, but I'm doing 2.5 cups of chicken stock. So I'm just doing this chicken stock now, and then I got a salt and pepper, and then put some bay leaves in. I should have had this stock made, but I forgot. There's a lot to do in this game when you're doing Indian curry. They have what they call a stock, all done in a big pot, and it's used. It's a basic stock. It's used for all the different curries, and then when they actually make that particular curry, then they start adding other things to it. But, I'm not an Indian restaurant, so I'm not even a cook. I'm just an old hack having a go. But I started doing beef curries and chicken curries when I first came to Australia in 1973, because you couldn't get one here. It was a wide-only policy. We didn't have immigrants from third world countries or anywhere like that, you know. And I started to get round, and I bought that book, and I tried to get as many spices as I could, and I could only get about half of them, if that, probably a third of them. And it gradually got better and better and better till we could get anything we want today. Right, the stock's done. All I've got to do is add the stock now. That's the stock. I didn't measure it. I did it by eye. It'll probably need some more water. Yes, it does. It will. And I've got to not forget to put salt and pepper and the bay leaves in. I'm just eyeballing this. Now I'm going to turn it up. Back to 5 again on high. Now, the salt. Oh my goodness. It says 3 teaspoonfuls of salt. Well, I give 1, 2, 3 pinches. I don't like to taste salt. Now, this is half a teaspoon of black pepper. Which is about that much for me. I've got to be careful my son's not keen on black pepper. Right, now the bay leaves. Now, it says 4 bay leaves, but because I've got double in, there's 4. I'll put 5. These are pretty big ones. 6. I'll put 6 bay leaves in. Now it asks for half a pint of yogurt. Now it's up to you whether you want to put yogurt in it. I never do. I don't like it. I don't like yogurt in it. But that's what it says in the recipe. And it says 5 sticks of cinnamon. Well, where did I put the cinnamon?
You have a new email.
I'll have to get the cinnamon, but I won't be pouring 5 sticks in. It'll be 1 teaspoon. Got that in. No, it's just a matter of the chicken. Oh, I've got to put that in. Got to put that in. And I'll get the chicken. Here we go. Here we go, folks. I'm trying to do it so you can see it. Put the breast in upside down. 2, 3, 4. Ouch! That splashed. Oh dear, that was hot. I tell you, never fails that I burn myself when I'm cooking. That could be a sign of a good cook. But I doubt it. Right, now I've only got to get the cinnamon, as some people say, the cinnamon.
You have a new email.
I meant cinnamon. There's my phone again. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Yeah, where's it hiding? I've got a ton of it somewhere. The hunt for it. Oh, here we go. I had it in my hand. Can you believe it? I had it in my hand. Yeah. That's all I'm putting in. I'll bring that to the boil. And then we're going to have some pompadums tonight. And I usually do my rice with a pinch of that saffron powder. But not much, about less than about an eighth of a teaspoon. That's all you need, no more. And don't spill it, don't get it on you. Okay, folks. Yibbity yibbida, as they say. Oh, I hate that saying. Hate that saying. But people still say it. I'm going to bring that to the boil. I'm going to check the water, and it's going to cook till the chicken's tender. It's 2 o'clock now. It'll be ready for 5 o'clock at least anyway. So I'm going outside now to do a job. I bought some bird feeders, wild bird feeders, and I've got to hang them up. And if you like, I'll show you them. So if we bring the camera around there, like that, I'll grab one I got 2 of these. They only come in the mail yesterday. There they are. That's it. Got some light on it. All 6 perches for the birds. And they're waterproof. So there you go. I look after my birds. And I look after my family. Well, I hope I do. I try my hardest. Okay guys, I'll show it you when we come to the next stage, which is probably dishing out, and I'll catch you soon. Okay, that's it set up now. I'm going to do the pompadums. The rice is on the go, the chicken's almost cooked, and I'm just setting up now. I've got to heat the hit the wrong one. I'll put it on high, start, and I'll be back in a sec when I get it all ready. When the water's hot enough, I'll show you how I made the pompadums. So we'll see how we go. I'll just widen her out a bit so we can get everything in. That should do. Okay, I'll be back in a sec. Okay, here we go. That's probably a little bit too hot, but here we go. This is, but you want it that way. You want it hot, you want to be able to do them very quickly. We'll go up a notch. You don't want to burn them, that's a little bit burned, it's a bit hot. That's it, that's what you want. That's why I always do a couple extra. Because the first one, like your pancakes, they never come out any good. So, everything's going good here. Now, a lot of people like to eat these with their meal. Now, me, I like to eat them before the meal. I like to put me onion on it. Yeah, I've got 2 sizes of pompadums here. That's why I'm using them all up. Get rid. I can shopping week this week, so off we go shopping. See how easy it is. Easy. What's that woman say? Easy peasy. Another saying I hate. These are the bigger ones. I get both because it's good to have both in. And when they drain off on the plate, there's never much oil left on them. Well, a friend of mine, well, he's not a friend of mine, he's on the cooking show in the internet. He said he does his in the microwave. So me and my son tried one this afternoon, and it did it crisped it up like that. but it tasted awful. There was no taste to it. Didn't like it. Didn't like the flavour at all. Something about the vegetable oil makes flavours it as well, I suppose. I don't know. Well, look at that. You can't get better than that. Actually, that little bit underneath needs doing. Yeah, that got it. Oh, they're very fragile. Fragile. Right, that's my pompadums done. We can turn that off. We can get rid of that now because we don't need that again. But we've got to let it cool down first. Now, see if I can get it over here without spilling it on the sink. Get the handle out of everybody's way so nobody can catch the handle. Wipe the oil off there with a towel and the moisture. And there we go. Okay, the rice isn't quite done yet. We'll get into these and we'll catch you in a bit. Okay guys, the chicken's ready and it's the right colour. See the redness that comes in? It's like it separates from the oil to the sauce, and that's our real chicken curry from India. The way I was brought up with it, that's how it is. Now, I used to eat my curries in England, in the UK. They were very much like this. Whether it's still like that today or not, I don't know, because I've had curries in Australia where they're nothing like this curry. Nothing like it. They don't have the depth of flavour that I get with this. Now, having said all that, if you follow the instructions from the book, from the recipe, it's still good. I just like to muck about with recipes. I don't know why, but I do, and I enjoy doing it. It's a lot of fun. So that, my friends, is the results of my chicken curry. Now the rice isn't quite done yet. Oops, I nearly lost my light then. And I'll be back in a sec. And oh, by the way, when you break into the chicken, it is snow white inside and it's as tender as. Okay, I think I've covered everything. Now I've eaten my pompadums. I like to eat them with the onion. It's the cold of the onion. If you keep your onion and your tomato paste, only a little bit of tomato paste just to colour it a bit, and you put it in the fridge and you just break a piece off and you spoon some onion on, the coldness and sweetness of the onion with the crispness of the pompadum, it's absolutely ecstatic. Now a lot of people, they put all sorts of herbs and spices in with the onion and they pack it with chili flakes and chili powder, and nah, well that's fine. If you like that, that's great. I don't have a problem with anybody who likes that, you know. It's just not me. I like, oh, we've got 9 minutes for the rice. It's just come up now. That's why I use a rice cooker now. I used to done it in a pan, and it's good. I have good results that way. I had great results in a special rice cooker container for the microwave, and yeah, that cut the time down quite a bit. But this rice cooker, set and forget. You put it in, and when it's cooked, it keeps it warm. And it can keep it warm up to several hours. So, and it cooks different types of rice different ways. And you can put porridge in there apparently. So you can. It's got multi-purpose cooker, really. And to be honest, I got the Panasonic SRZE 185 model with fuzzy logic. Good for us fuzzy people. Whatever that is. And I wouldn't be without one now. The first thing I'd replace is the rice cooker, to be honest. Anyway, I'll catch you in a bit. I'll be back. I'll give you a bit of a taste test. Well, here it is, folks. My Indian chicken curry and rice. Now, I'll cut into the rest of the chicken and let you see just how nice and wide it is inside. Look at that. How good's that? Nice white chicken breast. Now, I'm gonna zoom out and we'll have a bit of a taste test. Now my camera's wonky now. Now that's straight. That's good. Okay. It's a winner. There we go. Have a look at that. Hey? Oh my word. So tender. You'll have to chew it. Bit of rice, which hot, and a bit of sauce with it. You can only dream about that, mate. You cannot buy that in a restaurant as good as that. Well, you might get it as good as that in some places, but you won't get it any better than that. That's if you like the way I like my curries from the 60s. I left England in 72, so right up to then I used to go in a place called the Everest, and then I used to go to one, I can't think of the name of it. It was right next door to the cathedral in Manchester, and that was probably one of those was the two of my favourites. Oh, and there's one in Levenshulme. We used to go especially to Levenshulme from where I lived. I'll leave that with you, and I'll go and enjoy this. If you like the video, give us a thumbs up, give us a like, all that stuff. Thanks for all those who've subscribed to my channel. I appreciate it very much, and those of you who've left comments, fantastic. Let me know what your favourite curry is and how you make it. I like the beef one and I like the chicken one. They're my favourites. But if you like the video, share it with your friends. Leave comments and pass it around, and help me with the channel, and consider subscribing if you haven't already subscribed. It's free. and we have a bit of fun along the way. And you get to see this dopey old bloke cooking. Oh well, them's the breaks. You get punished for watching it. No, I hope you enjoy it, and I'm going to enjoy this now, and I'll catch you in the next one. And as I normally say is, bye bye, goodbye, ta-ra, see you later, au revoir, ta-ra, ta-ra, go on, off you go, oh, bugger off. Alright, I'm going. Sorry about that, folks. I get stupid sometimes. It's the boredom.